Hey guys, welcome back to the Snapper Chronicles. Today we're coming at you with a bit of a how-to. Here's a ratchet. It's a Craftsman fine tooth round head ratchet that I found at a garage sale for very cheap, like $1 for this ratchet. Is a 3/8. The only thing wrong with it is that it has this spark plug socket that's stuck to the anvil, and the button, the quick release button, is not moving. So we're gonna see what's going on with this, and hopefully we can take this apart and get the socket off. Take the ring out. Okay. Okay, the teeth on the paws, they look pretty good. They don't look too bad. This was clicking pretty good, and it did move. It did switch, but just that quick release will not go in. I don't know why. Something is going on. And if we take a look inside, it's pretty dirty. You know, this has been probably not serviced. This is an early one, I think. Yeah, with the date on it, 1971. So yeah, this is pretty old and not well taken care of, but the teeth look to be in decent shape. The teeth and the paws are not too bad. It's just this here will not move, and I'm gonna take the switch off to see if I can get this. So I had to press the paws, both paws. This is double paw design, and I'm gonna try to get the ball detents under this post here, if it cooperates. Let me see. It doesn't seem like it wants to cooperate, so I'm gonna hit it with a little WD-40. Into the mechanism. See if that helps with anything. Gonna give it a few quick taps with my one of my favorite hammers. It's funny, somebody the other day, they made fun of me about this hammer in the comments. Let's see. I can bust the rest up a little bit. Can't seem to get the ball detents to want to go in and switch over, so I can get them under here so I can pull them out. Could be that something's going on with the switch that's keeping them from going all the way over. Let me see. Okay. Well, stupid me. It's the switch has slots in on the inside of them, and they don't let you go all the way over. So when I lifted them a little bit, I was able to get the balls underneath. Get the balls underneath the posts. Yeah. Let's see if I can. Another problem is that someone trying to get this switch to move was hitting it and it kind of mushroomed it out, so now it's hard to get this switch up over it. Kind of gets stuck right there. Let me try a screwdriver, see if I have better luck. And a little bit more DW40. Okay, there we go. Was able to wiggle the switch out over that mushroomed portion there. So So now I'm just gonna attempt to take the posts and the pawls out because I can't wiggle the switch out. Okay, there everything came out flying. Hopefully, good thing that the ball was caught and fell here. And here's the spring. And tap the other ball out. There it goes. So here are the two balls that go in between the switch, and we have the pawl that came out and the pawl post. Let me see if I can get the other. The problem is, well, that sometimes they pinned these posts into place. Not into place, but they kind of widened them over here for some reason. So I guess they don't want them to come out. And they're a little wonky. To come out. We can get enough of a grab. Let me try. Try these flush cuts. See if I can grab onto it. Yeah, see how they don't want to come out? They kind of got like a small peen on them. Let me see if this one has it. Usually there'll be a little peen over here on this side to keep the balls, I guess, from coming out. I don't know why the switch would stop them from coming out. Give it a little bit more DW 40 on the anvil. See what's going on with this hole. It's full of bunch of stuff. I think I see the ball detent in there, in this hole. Yeah, I can see the ball detent. Let me hit it with a little punch and see if it does something to it. Unfreezes it or what the deal is. I don't know. Don't know if it's just frozen in place. If it's just rusted in place, the whole thing. This one's pretty interesting. Give a little bit more. Yeah, as you can see, my setup is a little bit different today because I knew this was going to be really dirty. So I just put like this paper down to, to make it a little bit, I could just dispose of this afterwards. Yeah, I can still, you can see the ball in there. Don't know what's going on with it. If it's, like I said, if it's just rusted, well, let's put a little bit more DW40 in there. Here you can see the ball now clearer in there. Still frozen. What I'm gonna do now is start giving it some taps in and out. See if we can break. You see all that rust in there? See if we can break the bond between the socket and the sides, and maybe that'll make it a little bit easier. Okay, I took out the rubber seal that sits inside the socket, inside the spark plug socket. It's pretty rusty and gnarly in here. But if you look at the bottom, see if you see some light here. You see at the very bottom. Let me get a flashlight. If you see at the very bottom, it looks like the quick release is one of those post type quick release, and that looks pretty frozen. So I'm just going to continue with some WD-40 and probably or some penetrating oil, and continue with see if we can unfreeze that. And I did get the switch to go in, and you can see in there the switch, the post for the quick release, it came out a good bit, so it's good that it kind of unfroze. So I'm gonna just keep tapping it back and forth and see what happens. Okay, I was able to get the switch more free. So now I can stick a punch in there and hopefully depress this ball. And it's depressed in there, so the ball is free. And we're gonna start with the tap tap. And it's starting to move. Yeah, so you see the ball is kind of, I don't know if you can see it. The ball is starting to move under the lip of the socket there. Trying to keep it depressed so I can keep hammering it out. See it's moving? See it's coming out? Okay. There we go. And there you have it, folks. This must have been in there for like, I don't know how many years, and you see it's rusted solid in the socket. And the switch is still switching. It probably needs a little bit more cleaning to be able to get all the way in, because it's still sticking out a little bit. And yeah, and the ball detent. So probably a good amount of WD-40 and soak it and clean it really good. And then eventually, if I get everything out, if I get all this stuff out, I can just maybe put this in Evaporust and get the rest of all this rust out. But yeah, pretty much that's how you do these, or you do something like this. It takes patience. You're not gonna come in and like just take a crowbar and get this out. You're just gonna ruin it. So little by little, you take on a project like this, and little by little, you get it done with a little patience. Okay, let me clean this up a little bit and see if I can put this back together. Okay, so here we have it. This is the fine tooth round head from Craftsman that was stuck onto the Sparkplug socket, and here it is free. Still needs a little bit more cleanup. There's some good amount of pitting here from all those years stuck on the socket, but I think I might take this apart again and dip it in some Evaporust and see what happens. Couldn't probably hurt, but all in all, still in good shape. Here's the quick release working, switching working. The teeth and paws were in good shape, so I'm pretty happy for like $1. Not too bad, especially you see these now and then, and people, they want to charge a good amount for these, but with a little bit of work, you have a functional fine tooth round head from Craftsman. Okay guys, until next time.